Man, this just went down. Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese going at it. More so, Angel Reese going at Caitlin Clark.
After that, Angel Reese believed she could face Caitlin Clark and frighten her. Foul in the third quarter. On national television, she instead roused a triple-double monster that went on to destroy her entire team.
My goodness gracious. Destroyed this guy in front of a sold-out 17+ thousand. Fouled Angel Reese. Angel Reese loses her mind, tries to fight Caitlin Clark. It's glorious. The season is back. It is on. A triple-double in the first game back.
The scoreboard at Gamebridge Fieldhouse showed 93-58 fever after everything was said and done. Clark had just made WNBA history once more in the season opener, and Reese was in danger of suffering a 35-point thrashing. Imagine having immediate regret and having a plan go horribly wrong. Is Reese deserving in your opinion? Tell us in the comments section below.
Come on.
Too strong on a three. And look out, Caitlin Clark pushes Angel Reese. Angel Reese gets right up into Caitlin Clark. Afterwards,
the moment that changed everything started with what looked like a routine basketball play in the third quarter. The Fever were already up by double digits, and everything was clicking for Indiana when Angel Reese got an offensive rebound near the basket after a blatant push to Natasha Howard to secure position.
If you guys didn't see, right before that play, Angel Reese had some contact with Natasha Howard. Caitlin Clark saw that contact. She turns to the refs and she's like gesturing to them. And this is all happening very, very quick, you guys. She turns to the refs, she's gesturing to them because she believed that Angel Reese fouled Natasha Howard. Now from that, Angel Reese gets the ball. Caitlin Clark realizes she is about to go up for what seems like a wide open layup. Caitlin Clark runs over and fouls her hard, and Angel Reese falls to the ground.
In the third quarter, what appeared to be a typical basketball play set the stage for the moment that altered everything. When Angel Reese grabbed an offensive rebound close to the hoop following a clear push to Natasha Howard to secure position, the Fever were already ahead by double digits, and everything was going well for Indiana.
Basketball 101, if somebody has a wide open layup and you have a foul to give, it is in your best interest to foul that shooter so that they don't get an easy 2 points. And what Caitlin said during an interview with Holly Rowe, she essentially said it was either Angel gets a wide open layup or we send her to the free throw line. It was a basketball play. There was nothing malicious behind it. I just knew I had to foul her hard. And that is exactly what it looked like to me. She went for the ball. She went across her body. Now Angel got tied up in it and she did fall down.
A split-second decision was taken by Caitlin Clark to prevent Reese from adding an easy 2 points to Chicago's score as she saw an easy scoring opportunity forming. Reese was sent to the ground when Clark reached in and made contact with her shoulders and upper body. The referees initially ruled it a common foul, which occurs dozens of times throughout WNBA games. However, the atmosphere in Gamebridge Fieldhouse abruptly changed as the officials assembled to discuss the play. The referees escalated the call to a flagrant one following a thorough assessment. The audience responded right away. As fans believed their favorite athlete was being unfairly singled out, alcohol entered the arena. Clark, on the other hand, displayed incredible composure. Later, when questioned about it, she only said that it was a good takeoff with no malice intended.
Angel Reese gets up, Aaliyah Boston shoves her, gives her a little stiffy. Hey, don't come at Caitlin. But look at her, Angel Reese upset. Oh my gosh. Hey man, this was hilarious. Look, Angel Reese was pissed. Look at her, she was still going out there a little bit. Look, took the jersey out. What's going on?
Reese's response conveyed an entirely different message. She strode toward Clark as soon as the call was improved, her face displaying obvious annoyance. Her body language begged for conflict. Eyes fixed on Clark, teeth clenched, shoulders squared. There was more to this than a simple foul call. Reese was announcing that the Indiana star would not scare her.
I thought Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark were cool, but I don't know, man. The way Angel got up, she was like, Look at her. Ooh. I mean, she was getting after it, fam. Oh my goodness. Now, the funny thing was Caitlin Clark sniffing, walking away. Hold on, let me see if I can get a good angle. Oh yeah, look. watch Caitlin Clark's face right here. Watch this.
The Chicago Sky bench, meantime, exploded in response to the altercation, obviously anticipating that this would distract Clark and give them the advantage. Coaches applauded, players leaped to their feet, and for a split second, you could feel their adrenaline spike as they saw a chance to rejoin the game. Everything about both players was exposed by what truly transpired during those stressful seconds. Clark refused to participate in any back and forth and maintained his composure. One guy seemed preoccupied with the scoreboard, but reappeared intent on making a statement both mentally and physically. The other seems intent on taking control of their own matchup. Ree and the Sky's attempt to startle Clark would turn out to be a disastrous blunder. Instead of frightening the superstar, Ree had inadvertently set off a chain reaction that would blow up in her face during the following 15 minutes of play. Clark was not shaken by the confrontation. Rather, it freed her.
She came away with 20 points, 4 blocks, that's a career high for her, 2 steals, 10 assists, and 10 rebounds. Like, who are you, Caitlin Clark?
What followed must have felt like a nightmare playing out in real time if Angel Ree believed she could scare Caitlin Clark. The encounter didn't frighten Clark. She became a power in basketball as a result, and the Chicago Sky had no response. Clark responded to the pressure by stepping up her game to a whole new level rather than giving in. She calmly dribbled up court, asked for a screen, and hit a three-pointer that drove Gainbridge Fieldhouse into a frenzy during the very next possession following the egregious foul. It was an obvious message. I'm not going to back down.
Look, one thing about this Indiana Fever team, you better come correct, man. Because if you try to do anything to anybody, look over your shoulder, man. Look over your shoulder. Because somebody is coming with some get back. They are taking up for each other. Even Stephanie White got hot.
Now that the audience was behind her and completely energized, Clark expertly planned the Fever offensive. She discovered cutters that didn't appear to have any look passes. Before kicking out to open teammates, she pulled into the channel and attracted defenders. Fans jumped out of their seats as she punished the defense with step-back threes when they sagged off. Her stat line started to fill up in all areas. Clark was doing more than just scoring. She was finding teammates for easy baskets, jumping passing lanes for steals, blocking shots at the rim, and collecting rebounds over larger opponents.
Caitlin Clark is back with revenge and not taking any mess. You understand me? Trip dub Caitlin Clark for the first game. Oh my gosh, a blowout win. Ridiculous.
With every Clark highlight, the noise level in the Gainbridge Fieldhouse audience increased. The crowd erupted in a thunderous cheer with each basket made, defensive stop, and hustle play. With every minute that went by, the home court advantage seemed to smother the Sky due to the excitement in the building.
But man, Angel Reese, pissed. I mean, there's some type of vendetta. There's some type of vendetta. You're not this mad off of a hard foul, fam. You're not this mad, all right? There's something more going on, that's not meeting the eye right now. That's how I feel. There's no way you're this mad off of a hard foul. Maybe you get up and be like, hey, all right, now that was a little much. That was a little bit too much.
Reese's body language, meanwhile, conveyed her mounting annoyance. Missed shots caused her shoulders to fall. Her gaze strayed to the bench in search of unanswered questions. The uneasy knowledge that her clash had roused something in Clark and the Fever had taken the place of the earlier self-assured swagger.
She want to fight. Look at her. Angel Reese pulling the jersey up and everything. She's like, forget basketball. She cussing at her. Oh my gosh. This was nuts. This was a crazy moment in the game.
It was evident by the fourth quarter that Clark was doing more than just winning the individual match. In the process, she was creating WNBA history. The arena scoreboard showed her achievement as she pulled down her 10th rebound. triple-double. With her final stat line of 20 points, 10 rebounds, 10 assists for blocks, and 2 steals, Clark became the first player in WNBA season opening history to finish with a perfect score of 20,110-10. After a 7-month break, a sophomore playing in her first official game made history in response to conflict.
What a game, folks. This was crazy. Caitlin Clark recorded the first triple-double in a season opener in WNBA history, but are you surprised? Because I'm not.
Throughout Clark's historic performance, the cameras repeatedly panned to Reese's increasingly dejected face, the epitome of immediate regret. The player who had attempted to use intimidation to gain control was suddenly powerless to stop Clark from dominating the game in every way. Much while the Clark-Reese competition was the center of attention, something much more remarkable was taking place. The Chicago Sky was being methodically destroyed by the whole Fever roster. Clark wasn't the only person fueled by the altercation. It turned the whole Indiana squad into a multifaceted monster for which the Sky had no defense.
It is a final against the Chicago Sky, and it was the worst nightmare that the Chicago Sky and Angel Reese could have possibly imagined. Angel Reese, boy, she's ate up with class, is she not?
Aaliyah Boston played like a woman possessed, possibly inspired by her technical foul for defending Clark. She had a fantastic game, scoring 19 points, pulling down 13 rebounds, and blocking 5 shots. Boston dominated the game on both ends, easily scoring against a defenseless Sky and blocking Chicago's rim attempts. She was completely in control of her body. Boston was policing the area, so Reese and the other Chicago bigs were unable to establish any presence inside.
Boston, 13 rebounds, 19 points. Natasha Howard, 15 points. Aaliyah Boston had 5, including 3 in a row. One of them was on Angel Reese. Angel Reese, offensive rebound. Angel Reese misses 2-point shot. Angel Reese, offensive rebound. Angel Reese misses layup. I mean, we're right back to where we were last season. I told you guys not a lot was going to change.
Natasha Howard's ill-fated debut demonstrated why Indiana signed her during the offseason. With the ease and assurance of someone who has won titles in the past, the season forward scored 15 points, while Howard's defensive versatility allowed the Fever to switch everything without losing a beat. Her ability to stretch the floor with her shooting open driving lanes for her teammates.
Caitlin Clark doing a little bit of everything. Look at this right here. Coming down the court,
Spinning.
Natasha Howard's cutting under the rim right there with the little finger roll lay-in. Beautiful, beautiful work right there.
Lexi Hull, who almost scored a double-double off the bench with 9 points and 9 rebounds, was the surprising X-factor. Previously regarded mostly as a situational player, Hull was everywhere, grabbing rebounds that belonged to taller players, diving for loose balls, and making corner threes. Her enthusiasm off the bench led to a number of crucial runs that turned the lead from secure to humiliating.
Transition. Clark, oh, what a look. And Hull lays it in.
Chicago's offensive difficulties, however, were agonizing to observe. The Sky only made 22.2% of their three-point attempts and a pitiful 29.1% of their field goals. Open layups with rims. Everything was missed by wide-open threes. Basketball players who typically make shots while they sleep were unable to purchase one. The Jets' offense was reduced to a depressing highlight reel of bricks and air balls by the Fever's oppressive defense. Even Chicago's purported advantages vanished entirely. Camila Cardoso, their highly regarded sophomore who stands 6 feet 7 inches, was completely shut out, scoring only 4 points on 2 of 9 shots. Courtney Vanderloot, a seasoned point guard, was unable to produce any offense and gave up 3 assists while turning the ball over 5 times. Every player Chicago relied on played poorly at the most inconvenient moment.
Indiana Fever faced off against the Chicago Sky in a blowout victory, and I have 3 words. Oh my God. Or now you know.
The Fever achieved their biggest season-opening victory in franchise history as a consequence of their whole team effort. There was no question about which side and which player owned the evening after a 35-point thumping. The discrepancy became even more apparent as the last buzzer drew near. While Chicago confronted the hard reality that their plan to rattle Clark had failed miserably, Indiana hailed a historic victory. The Fever won more than one game. They communicated to the WNBA as a whole that they are more than just the Caitlin Clark squad. They are a whole squad prepared to take on any opponent.